What's going on, guys? Welcome to my channel. My name is Curtis, and today we're probably going to do some fun trails out here at the Elvis Trail in Box Canyon. But today I'm going to talk about how I air down my truck and air up my tires when we're hitting some off-road trails, because it's a big thing when you're out here off-roading. You do need to lower your tire pressure, and it's a good thing to be able to air them back up once you get done with the trail and make it as easy as possible as you can on yourself, instead of like going to the gas station and airing up, and that's just not fun. And yeah, so let me show you guys. My truck is equipped with the air up and air down mode, but it's pretty much the air down mode, but I use it to air up also. I'll show you guys what I do with it and how I make that all work with my setup. All right, first thing you want to do to air down on the Colorados, at least, I don't know about any of the other vehicles, but I'm gonna turn it on. All right, so we're gonna come up to our air down mode. I normally run my tires at 15 PSI pretty much no matter what, unless we're in like deep snow. Then I like to run it a little bit lower. I don't have B-locks, so I got to keep it, you know, kind of reasonable. All right, so right now these are my tire pressures. They're a little bit off, but I'll show you guys what I do to make this work and make it as easy as possible when you're out on the trail. All right, the thing that I found the easiest is just using these little tire deflators. I have 4, so I can plug them all in. So that's what I'll do right now. I'll plug them into the valve stem. Get that one going. Like that. Swing over to the other side. And what you can do is, actually, there's a valve in here where you can change the PSI and whatnot, but I pretty much just keep it at like 10, because the next step I'll show you. So if you heard all those honks and everything like that, that's because the truck only really can understand one tire at a time. So that's why it's honking like a lot. So right now we're aired on all 4 tires and we have it lowering. So I'll just sit here by the side, let it do its thing, pretty much drop it down to 15 PSI, and then unscrew them, and we're pretty much good to go. That's the easiest way I've found with the air up mode, air down mode, to do it on these Colorados. I know that on other vehicles you'll have it up in here and you can kind of watch it also, so that's another thing to know about. But the air down mode is pretty nice. I have 35 1250s R17s on my truck, and it normally takes probably about like 5 minutes to air down all 4 tires, and that's pretty nice to have instead of, I don't know, all the other ways that I found with the other tire deflators and whatnot. It's just a lot more work. I can just walk around here and kind of relax and kind of plan out our day for the trail while I'm airing down. We got to keep an eye out on the screen, the air down mode, and when they're down to 15, just untwist them and you're good to go. And I really need to get alignment, because this side of my tires are wearing down like crazy, and that side's pretty much brand new, because I did lift it up a little bit more, cranked up the icons, and threw a little level block in the rear with all my other stuff to kind of get this. But I need to do alignment and rotate my tires, because that's kind of a bummer, and we're hitting a pretty hard trail today and the tires are wearing out a lot. All right, if you can see right there, we're down to 15, so I got to run around and unplug them right now. So what I do normally, I can just tap that and it stops it. Come back to this side, stops it. We'll swing around this way, tap it, turn it off. And then I think this one stays on for some reason, but yep, that's it. And then they're all aired down to 15 PSI and are ready to hit the trail. Put it back onto the nifty pouch. I don't want to lose these. I've lost these before, and it's kind of a pain in the ass when you don't have them. All right, and then these ones are by Auto Dunk. I know you can get them on Amazon, wherever, and there's a lot of different brands that do sell these tire deflators. They're pretty nice and handy. Right now we are waiting for Devontae and his Lexus LX, and we're gonna hit this trail today called Elvis. It's where I hit my rocker panel last time, but now I have sliders, so I don't gotta worry about that. But that will be next week's video. It's gonna be a fun trail.
Make sure to tune in for next week's video. It's a lot of carnage and fun stuff out here with a Toyota fanboy.
You gotta turn as much as you can that way.
Wait. All right, guys, we got done with the trail. It was a very interesting one. We smashed a lot of stuff and turtled a little bit and had some fun on some rocks, but we're gonna I'm gonna show you how I do air up with the air down mode. So you wanna go down to your settings. I have mine right here. I'm gonna click air down mode. I set mine to 35, boom, boom. And then let's swing back to the bed to get all my air compressor stuff out. All right guys, so we have the air down mode going right now. And normally what I would do is get all my air compressor stuff out like this. I was using an all-top one, but I've had a lot of problems with the all-top ones. Let's pop the hood real quick and then get the air compressor going. So we got this guy, and then I carry another air hose on the inside of my smart cap. The previous 2 hoses I've had have broken, and the blowout valve on this thing doesn't really work anymore, so it blows air hoses a lot. So we got these 2 things. This is my old setup, and it kind of works, but it's really slow and it shakes and everything. So, all right guys, so Lasfit sent me out this new air compressor. This is their new line at Lasfit Air. It has a dual cylinder, so it's better than the single, so it pumps up tires a lot faster, and you can kind of set the temperatures, not temperatures, the PSI on here, and then they give you a nice air hose with the chuck that actually clicks onto the tire, so you can just walk away. That's really nice to have. And they give you some nice handy gloves if you want some gloves, and a nice bag it comes in, so now my air compressor's not banging around in the back of the truck all the time. And yeah, let's pump the tires up and use this thing. I'm really excited. All right, so we're gonna pop the hood. Let me come and get the air compressor. All right, so you're gonna put your negative on your negative and your power on your power. You're gonna do that. They give you some nice clamps. All right, we're gonna set the PSI on here. It's kind of hard in the sun. All right, and then we're gonna whip out the nice air hose. I like how they give us all these nice Velcro straps with a little piece, and the gloves are nice. They're a nice accommodation, these nice Velcro pieces. Plug her into the quick disconnect, which is really nice to have. Love the quick disconnect, and it also has the rubber pieces on there so you're not burning your fingers, because a couple of my other air hoses have done that. All right, get the air hose going here. All right, so what we're gonna do is clip this piece right here onto the valve stem, just like so. We're good to go. I'm gonna come over here, push the on button. There we go. So normally I'll be sitting here by the truck watching it go up to 35, and it will honk because it's doing 1 at a time. You can get the 4 splice hose to do that, but this thing's pumping tires up pretty dang fast, so I'm pretty stoked on that one. All right, so once the air compressor hits 35, then it turns off like this, and then you switch over to the other tire, and you can also check the inside of the truck. We're at 35 right there. So we're gonna do that with all 4 tires, and this air compressor kicks ass. It goes a lot faster than my other one I had. And I'm not blowing hoses, which is pretty nice to have. All right, everybody, that's about it for this week's video. It was just me showing you how I use my air compressor. Shout out to Lasfit for sending me that. How I air up and air down using the air down mode in the Chevy Colorado. You guys can do the same thing with your trucks if you have TPMS, I'm sure. But that's how I do it on the Chevy. And again, shout out to Lasfit for sending me this really nice air compressor. You can use my code DOWNTIMELOST and get yourself 12% off or 10% off. And you know, if you're in the market for a air compressor, definitely check it out. Make sure you guys check out next week's video. It's gonna be a really fun one of thrashing on the rig, getting stuck and smashing sliders and bumpers and everything. So make sure to watch next week's video. But I appreciate you guys so much. I love you. Support me, buy some merch, but I appreciate you guys so much. Love you. Peace out. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.